Next up on our journey through the world of football, the roof of the world, or rather the land of Mount Everest. Because today we are talking about Nepal, the country where 8 of the 10 highest mountains in the world can be found. In this video I show you the enthusiasm with which people in the country follow football and support the national team. Nepal, located in South Asia, borders India to the south, east and west, and China to the north. About 29 million people live in the country, 1 million of them in the capital Kathmandu alone. A long civil war ended in 2006, and 1 year later the monarchy was also abolished. The world public only learned little about it, as there was hardly any reporting from the country. Of course, the country is more famous for the Himalayas and especially the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But in the shadow of the great mountain, there are many people who love football. In fact, they love it so much that it is the most popular sport in the country. Let's talk about that today, but also not forget the negative impact that some developments in sports have brought upon Nepal. Today our journey again starts in the past. More precisely in 1921, more than 100 years ago. At the time of the Rana regime, young people started playing football and the enthusiasm among the population grew quickly. There were local teams and teams from the palaces. In many games there were not even goal posts and conditions were not the best. Due to political conflicts, the games were interrupted from time to time before the All Nepal Football Association was founded in 1951. In 1954, the Martyrs Memorial A-Division League was established as the highest league in the country. Nowadays there are 2 different leagues, both playing at a high professional level. One is still the A-Division League, which is organized by the federation. And then there's the Nepal Super League, which is managed by Nepal Sports and Event Management. In the A-Division, 14 teams play. In the Super League, so far 7, but from the new season on 10 teams. Only the champion of the A-Division qualifies for international tournaments, more precisely the AFC Cup. The Super League is not part of this system. In the Super League, it is not clubs that compete, but franchises, comparable to the teams in the American MLS. But there is technical support for the Super League from the association. In the Super League, teams are allowed to have 3 foreign players in the squad. 2 are allowed to play at the same time. The Super League only plays in April and May. After the preliminary round in the round-robin system, the playoffs are scheduled. The first champions in 2021 were Kathmandu Racers. This year's A-Division season started in November 2021. At the moment, everything looks as if Mahindra FC can defend the championship title. The fact that the league only runs for 3 months means that players can compete in both competitions. We talked about football in Nepal and the enthusiasm of the people with our expert today, Gaurav Puyal. He may not be a national player, but he is a real insider of football in Nepal. He works as a sports journalist and has the best insights into all the happenings.
Back in 2015, there was a very great devastating earthquake, and after that, the league was not so very stable in condition, and after that, like third world country like Nepal, there is a lot of political issues, and after that, there was no stability in the league. Talking about the league, which is happening right now, people are very keen to it, and they are very, they are following it likely, very nicely.
As mentioned earlier, the champions secure a starting spot for the AFC Cup, second most prestigious continental competition in Asia. This year it is Mahindra FC who will start in the preliminary round. Their opponent will be Blue Star from Sri Lanka in April. Last year, the Nepal team failed to beat the Indian representative in the second preliminary round. In 2019, Manang Marsiangdi club were in the group stage but were eliminated without a chance. As you can see, club football still has room to develop. Maybe the new Super League will bring new momentum for teams to perform better internationally. We'll stay international because next we'll talk about the national team. The team's beginnings are, of course, in a similar era to the formation of the federation. For the first time, the team competed in the Aga Khan Gold Cup in West Pakistan in 1963. They played against club teams and suffered significant defeats. In 1970, the association became a member of FIFA and 2 years later an AFC member. In 1972, the first official international match was played against China and the team lost 2-6. In the mid-1980s, the association received financial support from FIFA, and the first steps towards development and youth programs were taken. In the 1990s, the first successes were celebrated, such as winning the gold medal at the 1993 South Asian Games. However, a dark episode followed from 2001 to 2003 when a dispute between the government of Nepal and FIFA led to a temporary ban. Even before the ban, however, the team played its best World Cup qualifier to date for the 2002 tournament, securing 6 points in the first round, but it was not enough to advance. In recent years, the path was now pointing upwards again, as under coach Graham Roberts, the team won the gold medal again at the South Asian Games in 2016 and did not lose a match in the entire year. In 2021, they made it to the final of the SAFF Championship, but were beaten by India. Gaurav gives us an insight on how he feels about the team's performance currently.
Our national team is getting a lot of hype because also of the new coach, and we just played a regional final, which is the SAFF Cup. In this edition for the first time, and it's getting bigger, and people and clubs and players are also getting recognition as they should. And yes, football is growing now, and which is very sad. Like, we have a very good history in South Asian region in the football, but from now, football is getting a lot of hype, and yes, it's good.
Finally, we have to talk about a sad topic, but one that cannot be ignored when talking about football and Nepal. Because for the 2022 World Cup, many workers from Nepal went to Qatar to help build the World Cup stadiums. The terrible conditions have often been talked about, and Gaurav explains why many people go there to work and also what terrible personal fates he can report.
I guess Qatar Football Association is a bit clever in this kind of place. Like, we have a national team coach here, and he is sent from the Qatar Football Association for the helping hand of Nepal. And Qatar Football Federation is like helping the football, and the league sponsor is Qatar Airways Martis Memorial A Division League, which is named after the Qatar, and Qatar Football is helping the Nepali football here. So no one really cares when they just send the money. The main problem is the economic condition of the country. Many youth is to 18 to 26 have to go to the foreign country for earning money and all, because and that's why a huge loss to the country also, because all youth are going abroad for the money, and they just don't really care about the Qatar situation right now.
A sad conclusion, but one that should not obscure how much enthusiasm football generates in Nepal. The country lives for the sport, and when the national team plays, everybody looks to it. Players like Captain Kiran Chemjong or the talented striker Anjan Bista are heroes for the people and give them hope despite all the problems that exist in the country. The footballing path is pointing upwards again, and perhaps the national team can develop into a real power in the South Asian region. It is great fun to follow football in Nepal, and with Gaurav, this channel has a great partner who keeps us up to date with all the news. If you don't want to miss a video about football around the world in the future, feel free to subscribe to my channel and check it out on Instagram too. I hope you have taken Nepal and football there into your hearts as much as I have, and are already looking forward to the next destination on our Football World Tour. See you then!